Now we're going to talk about the ability for your team to easily generate quality free leads. Yes, quality free leads. They'll do that in our back office by putting their mouse on marketing, coming down to floating capture form, and then you'd be on this page right here. We have an instructional video to go into a lot more detail. But what is a floating capture form? That's the official name we give it, but unofficially we call it our wow feature. And I'm sure when you watch this video right now, you're going to understand why it is a wow feature, because it literally will generate quality free leads for your team. The way it happens is this. Number one, your team can have, each distributor can have an unlimited number of their own floating capture forms. They can create within a minute or 2 minutes these floating capture forms if they can point, click, and type. Very easy to do. So you can see here there's there's a huge number of them in this demo account. We also have, when I scroll down below, a library of them, and we're adding about 22 to our library here very soon. I'll show you the importance of the library because these are already done for you. And back up here, I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is to create. And the power of this for you as a key leader is that you can create these floating capture forms and then simply click on one button, a share button, so that it then would be available to your team. So that way they don't have to do it. If you don't want to make them do it, you can do it for them as well. They can, from their own back office, create an unlimited number of these. So I'm going to click on Create New Floating Capture Form. And once you've created some of these, or you can even copy one from our library by simply clicking on the down arrow here and go, or I'm just going to show you how simple it is to do from scratch. So we're just going to click on the go button, and you give it a title there, and then I'll just call it 10 key, or let's just call it a key leader floating capture form demo. Give it whatever title you want, and then in step 2 we're going to have the survey here, and you can point and click and select any fields. If I want a phone field to be mandatory, I just click that. So you can capture whatever fields you want. You can even click on this button here to create custom fields. Then in step 3, choose what autoresponder campaign or email campaign, which is a series of emails that are automatically sent back to prospects when they enter their contact information in the form. And so you can select from a drop-down menu, drop-down arrow here from our library of autoresponder campaigns, or from our back office you can come over here and create an unlimited number of your own. So again, you as a leader can create an autoresponder campaign and share it with your team, and then it's available for them, done for them, or they can come here and they can create their own as well. So step 3, they simply select what email campaign or autoresponder campaign they want their prospects to receive. Step 4, I'm just going to skip that for the sake of this demo right now. And then there's some other options down here. We're just going to, for the sake of time, just click on Save Changes to Floating Capture Form at the bottom of the page. Then you'd come to a page here where we have steps A, B, C, D, E, and F. You'll see the image over here on the right to show you what it would look like. Step A is the title in the black bar. Step B is the headline. So you could just say, lose weight and make money, or whatever you want to type. So whatever I type in that headline there is what's going to show up over here on the floating capture form. And I can type in a subheadline, body text underneath the video, PS and a PPS. I come to the bottom, save changes, and move to the next step. It's just that simple. Now, you can use a video from our library, and we have a library of videos here, or you can choose a video from another site like YouTube. I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is to do that, or no video at all. So I'm going to come over here to YouTube, and by the way, over on YouTube, let me scroll up here. YouTube is really a search engine. When you type in anything in their search bar up here, I just typed in Amazing Grace and clicked on search. Okay, and you can come down here and it'll tell you how many views a video has had. You want to find videos that have millions of views ideally, because that tells you, like, here's one, 15 million views, Elvis Presley singing Amazing Grace, that these are videos that people share with their friends who share with their friends, etc. Here's another one, almost 8 million, 7.5 million. Here's one I was just watching, almost 5 million. So when you click on the actual video, you'll come to a page. You can see the video there, and then to be able to put this into our own floating capture form, you just click on the share button, click on the embed button, and it will now give you the code right there. So if I right click and copy that code, and I come back over to our administrative area, now I'm asked for what video I want, like a video from YouTube. I just click Save Changes, move to the next step, paste it in. I select that I'd like my video to start automatically, and I'm just going to review it and show you what it would look like. So here it comes.
Welsh crowns are always really warm, but they're really up.
So here's that video here's the floating capture form, and let me summarize what this is and why this is so powerful. Number one, a floating capture form, and the reason why we call it our WOW feature, is a form that suddenly appears on top of virtually any website. So when a prospect goes to a website, first they see the website, but then suddenly this form appears on top of it, which grabs their attention. Number one. So in marketing, you want to grab people's attention. Think about a commercial. They might have 30 seconds to grab someone's attention. So grabbing someone's attention is most important. Then, because we make it very easy to put any video in here, remember I just grabbed this video right from YouTube, then that video can be very compelling to, again, grab people's attention and motivate them to then look at the rest of your floating capture form. And remember, I just typed this in: lose weight and make money. Again, you can have whatever subheadline you want there, any text you want under the video. You can capture whatever you want: name, email, address, phone. So I might say, in this text underneath the video, hey, isn't this great? Or isn't this, let's say it was a funny video. If you'd like to laugh more often, simply enter your information in the form below. I'll show you how you can send videos just like this from the comfort of your home and make money from home, or whatever text you want to say. Again, as a leader, you can create an unlimited number of these floating capture forms yourself, and then click one button and share it and make it available with your team. Okay, so again, you can say whatever text. Now here's what's really powerful, and this is called, this is going to help your team get free leads, and this is this share button up here. When there's a video that has received millions of views, we call those viral videos. Why? Because they don't get millions of views all on their own. They get millions of views because people share them with people who share them with people, etc. So very simply, if someone likes the video that you have, we've got about 340 different social media sites. If someone's a member of Facebook, they can click on Facebook and very easily share the link to this page. This could be your team, your distributor's recruiting website that we create for you, with a floating capture form that shows up on top of it. And now it could be, as an example, I've got about 1,200 people on my Facebook site. Now, if I was a prospect and I saw a video that I liked and I wanted to share it with other people, and I shared it on my Facebook site, now suddenly another 1,200 people could be seeing the link to this web page. Well, if any of my friends see that link and click on it, they then can share it easily with their friends, and so on and so forth. So floating capture forms can get viral free exposure, and again, by using a compelling video and good text underneath the video, or again a good headline and subheadline above the video, good text below the video, can really motivate people to enter their contact information, which would then initiate an email campaign that's sent to the prospect, would automatically put that prospect in your distributor's contact manager that we provide with a custom system we'll create for you. And then on top of that, you even have the capability over in our administrative area to be notified by cell phone. So your distributors can immediately be notified by cell phone that a prospect just entered their information on this floating capture form. Very, very powerful. Okay. Now I'm going to share with you a real life story. And let's go back over to our floating capture form here. And this is what's so powerful about this. My wife and I, we're Christians, and we pray before she goes to bed. She usually goes to bed before I do on some nights when I might be working late on something like exciting, like some floating capture forms for our library, as an example. And one night she was ready to go to bed, and I had just seen a video on YouTube, which I'm looking for right here. And here's the video that I'm looking for. It's called Amazing Rap About Jesus. So here's a true story. My wife was ready to go to bed. She asked if we could pray, and I happened to be watching this video that is in this floating capture form I'm going to show you here on my Facebook account. And I think it was 1 minute and 43 seconds, something like that. And I said, honey, can you just watch this? You're going to love it. And she's like, come on, I'm really tired. And I said, no, really, you're going to love this. And so she agreed to do so. She put on my headset. She listened to it. She watched it. Got this huge smile on her face. She didn't go to bed right away, needless to say. So she went over to her desk and she asked me to send her the video. Well, I sent her the video. I got a link from Facebook and sent it to her. About 5 minutes later, I look over at her. I see this huge smile on her face. She's watching that video. She literally watched it like 5 or 6 times. Now, what happened from there? Well, what I didn't realize was that because she's not a member of Facebook, she didn't have the ability to watch that video from Facebook. But what she did is she went to YouTube and she did a search. Okay, so let's do a search now. So what my wife did is she went to YouTube and she found the woman's name, Tamara Lowe, and she did this rap about Jesus at this church. And so I'm going to do a search. And she found the video. So here's the videos. Okay, and what she did, and you can see how many times this thing has been seen here, 3 million views, right? And so what she did is she went and she got the link by clicking on it to this video on YouTube. She had a Hotmail account at the time and she proceeded to send this out to, she wrote a simple little email and she sent this out to her entire database telling them, hey, check this out, this is an amazing video. Well, here's my point. So what's my point about doing all this? Well, I had told her, or I had told someone else in giving this example, by someone taking that very same video over here from YouTube and putting it in a floating capture form. Now what she could have done if she were a distributor building a home-based business is she could send out the same email that she sent to the same group of people, but now I'm going to click on this and show you what it could look like.
To be a survivor in this amazing race with a need for speed, you need God.
So here's the very same video that my wife had sent to her entire list, her Hotmail list. And instead, now what she could have done if she were, again, a distributor building a home-based business, is she could have taken that very same video, put it inside of our floating capture form, wrote the very same email, sent it to the very same group of people, but instead now she could have put text above the video, she could have put text below the video, such as this. If you'd like to have a passionate life, I can show you how to make money from home. Enter your information in the form, you'll be glad you did. Anyone that entered their information would have become a free lead. Okay, and you know, P.S. if you're not interested, please click on the share button. So someone else might not have been interested in entering their information in the form, but they could have come up here, click the share button again. Hey, maybe they have a Facebook account and they could have shared this with 1,000 or thousands of other people on their Facebook account, thereby having the link to this web page, which again could be a recruiting site that we'll create for your team, where one of your distributors sent out a similar email. So that's the power that I want you to get in this, is viral free exposure through this share button we have up here. The fact that you can go to YouTube and grab any video. Now let's talk about the floating capture form and why is it so important. Well, the importance is that it's going to help your distributors get a lot more prospects that will be able to take a look at your business. And if you're not capturing the contact information, you might have a recruiting site right now that's offered by your company. But if it doesn't do something like our floating capture form that jumps out at your prospects, grabs their attention, gives them a motivation to enter their contact information, then you're not going to be building a list. And I have seen and experienced so many times having people buy something from us literally months and even years later. Now that would have never happened if we didn't have their contact information captured in our contact manager, and that wouldn't happen if we weren't using our floating capture form. So the ability to do that is very powerful. Now once you have a floating capture form on a page like this, then it can just sit there and automatically be building a list for you.